All right, we are going second. Ooh, and we got Jirachi to start. Now, we only have, I think, 6 basic Pokemon, so it's a 1 in 6 chance we're going to start with Jirachi here, technically speaking. And I think Jirachi is probably the best start to actually have, quite honestly. Aw, come on. Okay, we'll take these. Pokeball, Giant Cape, Chingling, Mimikyu. This is all perfect. So I'll pretty much play everything. He helped us out. Wait, do we want Chingling? That's the question. I also don't mind putting Giant Cape on the Mew EX. I'm gonna Chingling just in case he's Sabrina's. Because all we need is double energy on Mimikyu, copy his Mad Cargo attack, and then we basically win the game, I think, right? Simple enough. Yeah, there it goes, the Repel. I knew something was coming, which is why we had to put Chingling down. We'll take the free swap. We'll take the free swap. Because now I get to Copycat, I get to swap back to my Jirachi. Cyrus, red card, Copycat, Rocky Home. Let's go ahead, go back to my Jirachi. Mimikyu this. Rocky Home that. And let's red card him. Take him from 4 to 3, Ultra Punish. Boom, hit him with it. So far, so good. Everything worked out perfectly for us. And we can Copycat yet again. Uh-oh, here it comes. Red card to fill my hand up. Thanks, man. Thanks, he shouldn't have. Oh, I really wish he hit my Mimikyu one time, because I could have used Acerola. And then that would have been a funny way to actually knock it out, right? Alright, if he gets one more kill, we lose. But if I can hit him one time with Mad Cargo, we win. Not putting down extra Pokemon is good for us. We do have to land heads, unfortunately. We did land heads. Copy the attack. Spurt fire. Come on. Let's go. 50 for him, 100 for us. That was cutting it very close. I forget. Mimikyu, you have to roll heads. It's not a guaranteed, oh, 2 energy. Copy it. We do have double will on the deck, but will was nowhere to be found, right? All right, we're going second here against a metal deck, interestingly enough. I thought that was a metal Eevee, I'm not gonna lie, because of the reverse hollow. That's crazy. All right. So what metal Pokemon are they running with Eevee in the deck? We got Honedge. Giratina, that doesn't look like a metal Pokemon. What other metal Pokemon are we rocking here? We got our Mimikyu, let's Professors here. Mimikyu's going down. Chingling's going down. Is Sword Edge... I'm just gonna attack. I don't remember if... Is Aegis Slash a stage 1 or a stage 2? I think it's a stage 1. Which means... using Chingling and attacking doesn't prevent it from evolving. Never mind. Chat is telling me it is a stage 2, which means that swapping and attacking would have been the play. Question I gotta ask myself is... Never mind. There is no question. We go into Chingling with the Rocky helmet. And I think I put energy on Mimikyu. But I also, at the same time, think I want a Copycat. And hope I can pull Will again. You know? We're gonna pull 6. I'm getting rid of 2. Seems like a decent enough Copycat time. There goes the Giant Cape. Alright, and the main reason why... There goes Will too, nice. The reason why is because I can Copycat. It's tempting. Let's Copycat this. For Giant Cape it. It's because I can Giant Cape and still keep... I mean, I don't really know. Maybe too early for Giant Cape. We only have 1. My idea, my thought process was Sylveon attacks, Chingling dies, but I can still Mimikyu an attack, and then Sylveon can't kill me. And then whenever Giratina comes in, I'll have a second Mimikyu ready to go to win. But we're going to have to land quite a bit of heads. Looking for a red card would be very nice right now. I mean, I could Professor's Research. I think I need to Professor's Research and find a red card. Because if he finds a thing, Sylveon's gonna do enough damage to kill me, right? So that's gonna be the idea. We have to actually Professor's Research here. We did get the rare card, or red card, which was the rare card in our deck, because we only have 1. Take him down from 7 to 3, which is perfect. We're gonna have to land 1 heads. We're gonna have to land 1 heads without the help of roll. Yes, we did land the heads. Nice. All right, Fairy Wind. Everything's working out perfectly. Because now we can will next turn, and Sylveon will die. The most they can do is EV Bag, but I doubt they're running EV Bag and a Giratina, Sword Edge, Stone Edge, Hone Edge, Aegis Slash, whatever deck. Alright, so no healing happened. His Giratina still needs whatever energy to end up winning. Ooh, Acerola. Move the energy onto the active? That's going to be better than using Will, to be honest, because I can save my Will. Make it take the exact 40 damage. Boom. Heal up a little bit. And what's funny enough, that's not even my attack. Like, that's not my attack yet. I still get a chance to attack here, no? And then mimic his ability. So I'm going to put energy on Mimikyu. Just at least 1. Flip. Ooh, no heads, but it's okay. Giratina cannot attack unless he uses Broken Space Bellow, right? But using Broken Space Bellow, I get a guaranteed roll. And once he kills Mimikyu, I can go to my other Mimikyu, which is already set up, to use the other will. Like, we are pretty much set right now, man. We are pretty much set. Let's go ahead and put energy here. We're gonna will. Imitate. Boom. Heads, baby. Chaotic Impact. So now, even if he tries to Mars us and we don't find our second will, or Mew has energy to attack for 20, he's going to take 20 when he attacks us and dies. I guess he's just going to opt for the death. Nice, man. I mean, I'm surprised that this Copycat deck is doing well. You know? I thought with only 2 wills, it wouldn't work out, but Acerola can replace that will if possible against that, like Sylveon, for example. All right, we're going first. Let's just put down Chingling. Let's put down Mimikyu. Ooh, mirror matchup. However, I am going first, which means I get to use my item cards immediately. Item cards immediately. Oh, he already knows, bro. He's like, dang it. He gets to use his Pokeballs before I get to attack him and shut him down from items. Yeah, that's right. In a 1v1 Chingling versus Chingling, whoever goes first is the clear winner. Plus, we had Rocky Helmet, so the moment I attack him and take him to 20, he can't even attack us back, so checkmate. All right, we're going second. We got Chingling against another Chingling. Oh, no. No, bro, the last game we had... No, now I'm feeling the other side of the mirror matchup. Oh, this absolutely sucks, bro. This absolutely sucks. I don't get to use my Pokeballs. I don't get to find out. I don't get to apply energy to anyone. Oh, this is awful, bro. And he's thinned his whole hand? Come on. What kind of a monster are you, bro? Hey, we got a Mimikyu anyways. Not bad. But still, this guy's a monster. I'm not gonna Copycat. I'm just gonna Jingly, and the next turn we'll attack with Mimikyu. Why not? Actually, is there a reason to attack with Mimikyu? I don't know. It's debatable. All right, they're building up Cursola. Not bad. And they're finally attacking. Nice. All right. I can't imagine that their turns take forever to think about when they can't use any energy. Let's go ahead and Giant Cape this. Front Pokemon. I think I am going to Copycat this now. I'll go from 2 to 3. Sorry, Acerola, as much as I would like to keep you here. Another Chingling. Why not? Second energy, and let's attack. So now this Chingling in the front will guarantee die. Unless they decide to swap to their Cursola and evolve it. But I think it's a... No, it's a stage 1. It's a stage 1. So if they have a stage 1, they're able to go in. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like they have a stage 1, so they're not able to go in. Nice. Alright, Chingling attacks. The opponent is taking quite a while to think about his turns here. I think we're going to go Mew. Energy on the Mew. And we'll Copycat yet again. Go from 1 to 4. Not much else we can do, right? We got Rocky Helmets. We got Professors. I can't Professor yet. I'm going to switch over to the other Chingling. Still shut him down here. And icing on the cake, I'm honestly thinking we Rocky Helmet the Chingling. Why not? Oh yeah, I can't play rare. I can't play red card. So we'll just attack. Yeah, I don't think turns should take too long to think about on what to do, since you shut down item cards. It's going to be a couple of items. Like, most of your cards in hand you won't be able to play. One supporter per turn. Your bench is full. So it's either do you want to evolve or not. Sabrina. Now this is something I'd have to think about. I'm going to have to go Mimikyu, because I think the evolved version of Galarian Cursola does 60 damage. I just recently played that deck. So if it is 60, then Galarian Cursola can't kill us, even if he evolves. But I can still attack back and use Will. Why not? They got another Cursola. They're building up the Mimikyu, which means that they don't have the stage 1 on Galarian Cursola. Can finally use my item cards again, which feels nice. The question is, will I will an attack for 20? Probably not. So let's go ahead and retreat. Let's go Chingling. Let's put energy on Mew. Let's go ahead and Professor's Research, since we're not going to be using Will. It's Pokeball. I think that's the other Mimikyu. And let's attack. So Acerola. Okay, so I can move 20 damage next turn to the Cursola. Right? Is essentially what this is saying. If he chooses not to evolve the front. He's gonna try to imitate to do a 10 damage attack to us. I kind of wish he did, because a 10 damage attack, that would have been good for us, technically speaking. All right, he conceded. I was gonna say, not much he could have done there. I think we just shut him down. I don't know. All right, we are going second. Chingling, Mimikyu, Rocky Helmet, Copycat. This is perfect. Dang, all we're missing is a Jirachi, in all honesty. which is still possible. Still possible we can Copycat into a Jirachi. His hand is massive right now. Okay. I'm gonna thin my hand as best as possible. Rocky Helmet. Mew EX, why not? I gotta save one spot for the Jirachi. Let's go ahead and Copycat. Jirachi, 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 Jirachi. There it is. There she goes. Retreat, Jirachi, energy, red card. Get those 5 cards back down to 3, partner. Star drop the Mantike. Get him out of here. Absolutely punishing. Now, Mega Pidgeot EX needs 3 energy to attack, right? It's got 1. Gives me enough time to build up a Mimikyu, I think. Meanwhile, I can just keep attacking the Pidgey in the front if I really need to. Plus, it's a stage 2, actually. Mega Pidgeot's a stage 2, so theoretically speaking, I could just keep using Chingling and prevent rare candies. Now, the odds of him having rare candy right now, very, very, very slim. Because he needs 2 cards, rare candy and Mega Pidgeot. So, would I, hypothetically, switch in Chingling? Not right now. I think we'll still just go in with Mega Pidgeot and just attack. He's gonna Copycat. Ooh, that's bad. Now we have to start using Chingling, I think. Ooh, too late, too late, too late. A little bit of greed. Alright, well, fun's over now, chat. Fun is officially over. Maybe I should have just Chinglinged it to be super safe. I could have killed the Pidgey with the Jirachi, but I don't have a Sabrina in the deck, so we'd never be able to fight that Manaphy. So I want to go Chingling just to make him take 20 damage back on the Rocky Helmet. And then 2 hits from him and he should die. Rocky Helmet. So 2 more hits and he's out of here. So he's landed 1 heads on us, right? Let's see what Mimikyu can work up. Let's see if Mimikyu can do it better. Alright, Mimikyu will to guarantee a heads. That's the first heads we got to get through. That's the guaranteed. Now, I don't think Will's going to work towards the second heads, the Giant Twister. Yeah, Will's not effective here. So this is all us. 1, 2, 3. That's all us. No Will needed. Will walked us through the first steps. Woo! We are doing the walking after that. Mega Pidgeot versus Mimikyu. Mimikyu does it better. Now, he could have another rare candy, Mega Pidgeot, but it looks like he does not. And even if he did, he needs to put 1 energy on the Mega Pidgeot in the front, which means he doesn't have 3 energy for the one on the back. That did some serious damage. All right, so this is the Copycat deck. Just like the name states, this is the copy deck where we have Pokemon who can copy abilities. We're running double Mimikyu, double Chingling, 1 Jirachi, 1 Mew EX, 6 basic Pokemon with 2 Pokeballs, 1 Giant Cape, try and keep our Chingling. It's just for survivability on whoever you want it. Mimikyu, Mute EX, Jirachi, Chingling. We've been swapping it around, so on and so forth. Rocky Helmet for the active Pokemon that you're attacking with so they can take more damage. Acerolas, because if you have Mimikyu in the front, you can negate some of that damage and put it back to the opponent while also imitating their attack. It's just basically extra damage, which is nice, and survivability for your Mimikyu. Will to guarantee the head flips, so we can actually imitate for 2 energy, which makes it slightly better than Mew, but you do need to have that will in hand to actually make it work. Copycat for whenever we thin our hand, we'll be able to Copycat and refill it back up. Professors and a Cyrus, because we're not going to be doing much damage to one-shot a Pokemon, and then red card for hand disruption. Now, out of all the games we've played, I'll be honest, we didn't really use Mew a whole lot. 3 energy is just too much to try and build up to, realistically speaking, even when we did have double energy advantage. Most of the time, I'm just building a Mimikyu and then attacking with Jirachi, and then we just can't really build Mute EX quick enough because of the current meta and how fast it is. However, for the sake of the copycat nature of the deck, we had to throw him in and we had to include him because there's not that many Pokemon that can copy other Pokemon abilities. Now, with that being said, there is a Ditto, and I chose not to copy and use Ditto because it says choose one of your opponent's attacks and use it as this attack. If this Pokemon doesn't have the necessary energy to use that attack, this attack does nothing. Now, apparently, I think Ditto needs the specific energy. So if you want to copy, say, a Mega Absol attack, you need Dark Energy. If you want to copy, say, a Mega Blaziken attack, you need Fire Energy. So I would have to go and change my deck energy to Fire, Dark, and Psychic, just for the off chance of running into a Dark deck or a Fire deck so I can copy Mega Blaziken attacks with Ditto, or Mega Absol attacks with Dark Energy. But by putting 3 energy, I have a less chance of actually being able to attack with Jirachi for Psychic Energy to shut down baby Pokemon, and attacking with Mimikyu, imitating anything for just Psychic Energy. So Ditto just seems a little bit worse than Mimikyu. Yes, it's 1 energy to get it going, but you need the certain specific type of energy, color, or variant, elemental type, right? So keep that in mind, which is why I didn't want to throw Ditto in here unless I was running Ditto with just pure Psychic Energy. Then that would make more sense. Or if I was running Ditto in a different deck where all the Pokemon are colorless Pokemon, it doesn't really matter what energy I can kind of pick and choose. So I think Mimikyu, same HP, 1 extra energy more, and will gonna be better than Ditto. But that is the Copycat deck. Not the greatest, obviously. It's a meme deck. It's a fun deck, sure. Consider it like a challenge deck if you want. It's not gonna be meta. It's not gonna take home win streaks, ranked mode wins, but I guess a fun deck if you want to try it out.